Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Are we finally at the beginning of the breakout of silver? Are we awaiting silver's breakout from the doldrums it has been seeing for quite some time? Well, the charts may suggest maybe it could be the beginning of it, but my guess is no. Let's find out why. This article here comes to us from MarketWatch, saying the silver prices has finished higher as gold posts back-to-back declines. And gold and platinum futures, they fell a little bit as well. Silver futures finished higher on Monday, taking advantage of a rise in appetite for riskier assets, while gold posted back-to-back declines as traders kept watch on Britain's circuitous effort to leave the European Union and awaited developments in the U.S.-China trade fight. As you know, President Trump announced, positive developments. We don't have anything signed yet with trade, but apparently, from what he says, that once officials sign the documents for China and they have an signed upon agreement, they can just do it. They don't have to get it approved by legislatures both in China and in the United States. That's interesting. The article goes on to say from George Gero that silver is finally being helped by its industrial needs and participation in our economy. By the way, he's a director of RBC Wealth Management. Until recently, silver had lagged as haven seekers kept up with gold investments. So there's a clue, and this is why I don't think it's necessarily in breakout period yet. December silver rose 2.4 cents or 0.1% to settle at $17.60 an ounce after trading as high as $17.89 during the session. Gold for December delivery on COMEX was down negative 0.48%. Meanwhile, ended $6 or 4.4% lower at $1,488.10 an ounce. Month to date, prices for most active silver futures trade around 3.4% higher, while gold futures have climbed by 1% according to FactSet data. We can see the price is there. And remember, it's high. It got up to $19.23 back in early September, $19.54 there. But look, it's been hovering. It's not gotten back down to these levels here that we saw back in June, $14 and the mid 14 levels. So we're still in territory here that I think we're seeing that $17 silver here seems to be the pretty steady resistance level here. Gold has been held back by the recent rally in the equity markets and sell-off in bonds, reducing the appeal for the safe haven metal, even if its longer-term bullish price structure points to potentially higher prices eventually, said Fawad Razkazada, technical analyst at Forex.com in a note. Silver, on the other, has benefited more from the positive sentiment towards risk, he said, noting that it tends to be less prone than gold to sell-offs when stocks rise. And that is due to silver's role as an industrial metal as well as a precious metal. There you go, its duality role there. He said, noting that the white metal is still viewed as a haven. That means it could rally alongside gold if equities see a sustained sell-off. And I think there's some very important words here, that it is seen as a duality metal, as an industrial metal as well as that haven asset. But I think more likely these future traders see it more as the prior, as an industrial metal, as a commodity. Looking ahead, the gold market is awaiting some key economic news later in the week, such as U.S. durable goods number and the consumer sentiment reading, which could tip hand towards what Federal Open Market Committee does at its two-day meeting that concludes on October 30th, said Jeff Wright, Executive Vice President of Gold Mining, Inc. Wright said he still expects to see a 25 basis point interest rate cut next week. That's basically a quarter point drop, which has been the movement of the Fed. They're only going to be moving in quarter point. It's a cautious move. So we'll have another rate cut and it'll be a quarter point there. It could also change or get postponed a meeting depending upon data. And if they do postpone a meeting of a cut, it's going to really tee off the president. Meanwhile, U.S. benchmark stock indices traded broadly higher on Wall Street Monday as future prices for precious metals settled. Over the weekend, China's top trade negotiators, Vice Premier Liu He, described U.S.-China talks as having made substantial progress. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is expected to put his Brexit deal up for a vote in Parliament on Tuesday. That's tomorrow, as of the recording of this video, which is the 21st of October 2019. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Some say that they say he can't do it in the same session, redo a vote, but we'll see. So imagine there's going to be a lot of pushback there. Adverse developments in the U.S.-China trade battle and Brexit drama have served to bolster gold's haven appeal in past months. And that's going to be one of those things where silver is kind of rising a little bit here because of riskier and kind of looking at it as that commodity type deal. We could see gold surpass silver, but we'll find out. Razakata, meanwhile, argued there were other factors that could lead to extended gains for silver, including a 3-week pullback by the ICE U.S. dollar index, which is up 0.04%, a measure of the U.S. currency against a basket of 6 major rivals. A weaker dollar can be positive for commodities priced in the currency by making them cheaper to users of other currencies. Another metals trade, January platinum fell negative 0.44%, lost 0.4% to finish at $892.20 an ounce. In December, palladium rose 0.68% to $1,725.30. Wow, pretty amazing. All right, so there we go. So that leaves us back here. We can see that gold was the clear loser of the day. Well, if you include rhodium, that wouldn't be the case. But silver is the clear winner of the day. Well, at least it was. Actually, palladium is here. But if you take into account between the 3 most popular precious metals, silver is the clear winner, up 0.14%. Yes, I resisted the urge to take a scammer call. They called me right just a minute ago, and they hung up. I didn't take the call. You should be very proud of me. Now, moving ahead here, so what does that mean? We're seeing this incline. This could all change tomorrow, which is why I don't really necessarily believe this is the beginning of a silver breakout. However, it has pulled us back to a territory that we saw not too long ago, back down below 85 to 1 for the gold to silver ratio, which is encouraging, and also because of the nature that gold is more volatile, and I think as stated in this article, which I do agree with at the very beginning here, riskier asset. Silver is a riskier asset, and it is money, make no mistake, and it does preserve your wealth, make no mistake there, but it is a long-term hold, and because of this nature, because it acts as a commodity, as an industrial asset, it's trading much like that. I think more so now, really, than ever before, considering the uses of silver are so diverse in this field. And if we do see increased demand in that area, and increased demand in the investment-grade bullion products, such as the coins, rounds, and bars, well, we could see a pretty substantial movement upward for silver if that happens. If we see an increase in demand in both those sectors, watch out. Then we could see silver begin to surpass gold down the road in terms of growth, not in terms of price. Make no mistake there. I'm saying make no mistake a lot. I make plenty of mistakes, but I don't want you to make any mistakes in interpreting what I'm saying here. And that is the gold to silver ratio here is shrinking just a very slight amount, but that's still up very, very high, unusually high here. I do believe it has some room to move, to tighten up, and I think we will see that happen in due course. So there you have it, the news of the day with the precious metal prices. Silver, not really in breakout territory yet. Post your thoughts below. Would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching. Stay tuned every day for a new video, and I'd like to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.